Hello everyone, welcome back to a Skeleton's Library. Today is a simple video. I just want to go over my top 10 favorite comics. We're just gonna get right into it. At number 10, we kind of have the Garth Ennis entries, which I'm sure plenty of you at least know some of Garth Ennis's work at this point, with The Boys probably being the most popular as of now. And Preacher also got an adaptation. Also here, Punisher Max. Ennis is kind of a very polarizing author because he's a super edgy and over the top with some things. I think that kind of scares and pushes a lot of people away, which is understandable because I definitely think he has way too much over the top, like cringe, edgy shit shoved into his work at points. I think he just also has a lot to say, and he kind of has a fascination with characters driven by war, who need war, and that's also an arc that I find fascinating. But he tends to click a lot with me. Punisher Max is one of my first comics I ever read, so I already have this connection with it. And this is honestly kind of Punisher perfected to me. I think the characterization's perfect. It's like the quintessential Punisher story to me. It's just a great time. I also feel like there is some some Ennis edge here, but I feel like it's not as much as something like The Boys. At number 9, we have another Ennis. The last Ennis on this list is Preacher. I'd say this is probably Ennis's magnum opus as of now. I think it kind of has the balance of his edginess and then his sincerity the best here. And the reason I prefer it over Max is there's just an arc a character, the main character has as a third other character that very much mirrored my feelings on that character. So it made it a lot more personal for me. Seeing that occur when I was like, oh shit, I also feel this way about this character and I've had the same exact arc. And made me connect with the story a lot better. Also, just some great arcs, some great over the top characters here. Like, even though the over top characters kind of just work because he plays them so straight, it's just a good time. This is the end of this work I'd probably recommend alongside Max if you wanted to get it into him at all. I think these are your best chances. And if you don't like these, I don't think you're gonna like probably anything he does. Number 8, we have the most popular comic of all time, Watchmen. There's another one I read like early on as a kid, as a teen. One everyone knows, probably the most popular comic of all time. I love the characters, Ozymandias, the twist, the reveal. It works so well. I can't really say anything about that. As I've said a million times. It's a classic for a reason. After that, we got Suicide Squad, which is I think this is the first original Ostrander run. It's just really good. It's nothing like if you just know it from the movie. It's nothing like that really. Let's go kill evil Justice League, or let's stop fucking what's her name, the Enchantress, whatever her name is. There's a lot more to say and explore with its commentary and politics. I really like the characters, particularly Deadshot's my favorite. I also like Captain Boomerang in this series is kind of perfectly despicable. Like, kill his own teammates type despicable. I really like it because this is a team of villains and they never really feel like a found family, which I think is kind of what they become. I like that they feel like a team of villains. Like, it takes a while from like have any kind of camaraderie or working together. Like, no, these are people who even kill each other, they'll betray you, etc. Like, it actually feels like a villain team, which I think it's straight away from in recent years. It's a great run. I haven't read any other Suicide Run. I've only seen like the movies. I played a little bit of the game, sadly. I have Doctor Doom, the Book of Doom, which is an omnibus of a bunch of Doom stories from various runs, so it's kind of cheating, I guess. Doom's like one of my favorite villains, though, so I really like this. It's full of some bangers, some of his most iconic moments, and some stingers in there too, of course. I feel like a lot of omnibuses like this do, but it really kind of just exemplified my love for the character and just how great and iconic he is and all the things I like about him. And we're not going to talk about the movie because, it makes me mad thinking about it. Oh, we have Deadshot Beginnings, which is a direct tie-in with the Suicide Squad novel, so I guess you could technically count these together. I know, I was like, that show was already my favorite, but this just really elevated him in my mind. It's generally like a perfect book to me, like a 10 out of 10. It's so good. And it's so tragic too. Like, again, this is a villain. It doesn't shy away from that in his actions. But he also just has shit going on that happens, related to him that's just so bad, like the worst thing that could ever happen to someone. And it just really makes you feel for him and understand why he kind of goes nuts. He's just such a brilliant character in this book, in the Suicide Squad series. It was really, I think, a genius idea to have the suicidal maniac put on the Suicide Squad. It just fits so well. Easy recommendation, but of course this one has the caveat that you have to read the series for it to really all click together and make sense. Next we have Dark Victory, which is the sequel to Long Halloween and a far better book in my opinion. Which is mainly because my favorite Batman rogue is Two-Face. And this book kind of presents a great Two-Face and kind of shows my feelings of why Two-Face should be the actual arch nemesis of Batman. And why I think when he's like with the rogues, he should be the leader. I also like all the stuff it's doing with, again, the continual transition from traditional crime to the supervillains and how Gotham is just fundamentally changed with the introduction to Batman. And also Batman's growth as a character of him failing Two-Face and having that connection and it leading him to Robin. It's done well. The art's of course incredible with Sale, rest in peace. Honestly, I think people don't give this one enough credit because everyone just knows the Long Halloween. I think this just adds on to it so much. Though of course you need to read both. I forgot we got the question by O'Neill, man. This is such a great run. It is a run that makes me so sad there's like really nothing more to this character. Like there's a couple other issues and attempts at runs, but just never really close to this. This is a question. He's kind of like a more grounded Batman. I know it has a lot to say. It feels like a much more human Batman, which of course, good Batman stories, he's very human, but you know what I mean. The question feels much more like a regular guy almost. Everything O'Neill weaves into the story and what he's trying to say. I also like when like Batman and Green Arrow do show up. Batman just kind of mogs the question and he's like, fuck man, you just do what I do but better. Or Green Arrow. I think him and Green Arrow have a very good chemistry in this that I actually miss. I wish it was kind of a modern thing that happened because I really like their dynamic and it made me a fan of Green Arrow. It's great. I love his design. I love the character. This is such a great run. I don't think enough people know about. I think if anyone knows the question, it's probably mainly from the Justice League cartoon. Maybe the more recent stuff. Like I don't know if he's gender swapped or if it's just a totally different character with the question mantle. But yeah, it's a great run for anyone. Easy to get into. You don't really have to know anything. Like Batman and Green Arrow show up, but you probably know at least surface level who those characters are. You don't need to know much more than that. Also, just this run has some of the best and most beautiful omnibuses out there. Just sublime work. Hellboy. This is another American Odyssey to me. Similar to Preacher. McNulty, I don't know. Hellboy is such a great character. And the things McNulty does, interweaving his fight against the prophecy and wanting to be his own character, and the art style and the work. So, there's just somebody who really clicks with me. I like pretty much any of his stuff I've read. And I've actually got 3 more. Like, I'm collecting BRPD to read. I have Joel Golem, other stuff like that I eventually all get together and really properly explore. But Hellboy is obviously the introduction. It's what he's most known for. And when I have this on here, I do mean the whole run, but Wild Hunt specifically is my favorite. I think it's where everything that is Hellboy just works in perfect harmony. And it's just so good. Hellboy, one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. And then last, and the opposite of least, we have Hellblazer. I have the original just Jamie Delano run here because I think it's a perfect introduction to this character. Which technically was introduced in Swamp Thing, but like I said, most people probably gonna think I should read Hellblazer. I want to read Constantine. It's kind of like the more proper exploration of him. It has everything I love about the character. His conflicts, how he's willing to do like anything it takes to get rid of evil, how haunted he is. This first little arc of his is just so good. But Hellblazer was also one of the first comic series I ever read. I think I read it with a teen. It might have been around this and Punisher Max. They both read around the same time, and so it really kind of shaped my feelings for the medium and the character. He's my favorite comic book character. I love this series. I don't really care about what he's become in more modern days, but I'll even still read that slob just because I love the character so much. I even like the show. I think the show is really good with Matt Ryan. I think he's a really good Constantine. I think the show captured the essence well of him. And the Keanu Reeves movie, I kind of don't like it just because it's not Constantine. It just kind of has the name. I know a lot of people do love that movie. That's my 10 favorite comic books. And there's probably another list that'll probably eventually evolve and change just because I'm not that deep into the medium. Again, I've really only properly delved in the past couple years, outside of stuff I read when I was a teen. There's another list I imagine will change, and I'm kind of just interested in revisiting occasionally to see how it evolves over time. I imagine these top couple will probably remain there for a while. It'll be really hard to replace like Hellblazer 2 as a top spot, just because it has so much meaning to me as a person. That's my top 10 favorite comic books. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.